Series is getting pretty interesting at this point, El Duncan.
It is. We will break down what we saw in Game 3, and we'll look ahead to what Caesar seems to think is going to happen for the rest of this series. SportsCenter starts right now.
This is SportsCenter.
This is getting real for the champs. The Warriors need the cavalry to come riding in. The latest on Clay and KD. Tom Brady missing one of his favorite targets. How he's adjusting to life after Gronk, straight from number 12 himself. And when courtside seats get uncomfortable, a little Queen Bee side-eye at Oracle. SportsCenter starting up right now.
His kind of comments to me was he was going to let it rip tonight.
David Lloyd, El Duncan with you for the next hour. I don't know, D. Lloyd. Maybe it was just that Beyonce was like a huge Klay Thompson fan, so she was feeling spicy because he was missing his very first playoff game after playing in 120 straight. That seems plausible, right?
Okay, I'll buy that.
Look at Kawhi, kind of curved Norman Powell, though. Like, no, we don't need
Missed that one.
No. Steph Curry got a hype man named Kevin Durant. You may have heard of him. It was all Curry to begin with. No Klay, but they had a Curry, and he was in fuego. The three there. Draymond dishes another three. And then, after a Kawhi Leonard miss, Curry, listen, he did his things on the boards. 8 boards last night. Looks ahead, finds Quinn Cook for the lay-in. Curry had 17 points in the first quarter. It matched the most in a period in his postseason career. 25 points, most in the finals half of his career, but unfortunately, he couldn't do it all, David.
No, yeah, although it's fun watching Steph just go full-on Steph. And third quarter, shakes loose. Nice pass by Boogie Cousins. Warriors cut it to 7, but every time they tried to get close, the Raptors had a response. Kawhi, 30 points on the night. That was pure. Raptors back up 10. They're up 11. Curry getting to the rim, won't go. Then just sneaks out to the corner, step back, yeah. Splash. Yeah, 47 points, and it wasn't nearly enough. Fred VanVleet, guy has been so tough in these finals, stepping into his 3-ball. Raptors back up by 11. Warriors keep trying. Andrew Bogut with the left hand, cut it to 8. We heard about the let it rip. That was written on the chalkboard in the Raptors locker room, and they did. Danny Green had 18. Raptors led for the final 46 minutes of this game. There was no vaunted Warriors run on this night. Siakam getting loose. He had 18. Kyle Lowry was superb. 23 points, 9 assists. The Raptors win by 14 in Oakland. Curry's 47, all for naught. Look at that look.
Exactly.
They're glum. The Raptors take a 2-1 series lead. El?
Certainly missing their best defender, one of them anyway. The Raptors starting 5 made him pay, combining for 106 points in Game 3, their most in a playoff game in franchise history. All 5 of Toronto's starters scored more than 15 points. It's the first time that a team did that in the finals since the 2013 Spurs. Steph did his part. You mentioned it, David, 47 points, second most in a loss in NBA Finals history. But the other 11 Warriors scored 62 points combined and shot 37%. And it's no surprise that the Dubs aren't quite the same team when they're missing multiple All-Stars. They're now just 16 and 14 under Steve Kerr, with 2 or fewer of their big 4 in the lineup.
There's a lot of pressure too. If one of the main guys not playing, they can still come out and get a win. Steph played great tonight, but it's big. I'm happy we got it. 2 wins away now.
We just went out there and did our job, and I think we held them under 40% shooting. We played well. We finished the game, and we found a way to win a basketball game.
We can play better, obviously, better on the defensive end. But I like the competitiveness that we had. Understanding, we're missing 50 points pretty much between KD and Klay.
We went out there and played hard, and we lost. We didn't go in this game thinking we're not going to play Klay or Kevin or Loon or anybody else, and we're just going to get this game away. Shit, they play well. No one cared that guys are hurt. Everybody want to see us lose. We just got to continue to battle and win the next game, go back to Toronto, win Game 5, come back to Oracle, win Game 6, and then celebrate. Fun times ahead.
All
All right, so Draymond's got it all mapped out, although they're down 2-1. So we got Tim Legler here to talk about this. Warriors needed a brilliant game out of Steph just to keep this close. A lot of possessions ended with guys like Draymond hoisting up threes. Take us through specifically what happened with the Warriors' offense that sort of broke down.
Well, this is why they pay me the big bucks. I'm going to give you some great analysis. They didn't have Durant and Klay Thompson. They're not as good offensively.
Okay.
Right? Is that
End
good?
of
Has everybody got
segment.
that at
Thanks.
home? But look, specifically, what they didn't do well offensively, even when they had opportunities. I'm going to give you an example. Here's the first one. Look, Steph Curry's going to get a ton of attention, right, if he's the only guy out there on that level, and that's exactly what happens. He's done his job. He's drawn two to the sideline. So right now, what needs to happen, this ball needs to come out of here to the top, and you're going to play 3 against 2 on the weak side, and then we should get a swing here, and then potentially maybe a swing over here to the corner against 2 defenders. But watch what happens when this ball gets reversed. See, that needs to happen right now. While Steph Curry has taken 2 guys with him on this side of the floor and the whole defense is overloaded, Andrew Bogut immediately needs to get this ball to Draymond Green, who is then going to either shoot it or he's going to attack this gap hard to make Kyle Lowry commit. And obviously, that's going to set up a corner 3. But Andrew Bogut needs to make, there's no decision thought process when you see this. It's catch it immediately to the other side, but that's not what happens. Instead, the reliance on Steph Curry. He's still looking over here, and this is bogging down. He's being face guarded. Even Marc Gasol is still on that side of the floor. So by the time, David, he finally reverses it, it's much too slow because now they're back balanced again and everybody is matched up. So what you end up with at the end of this possession is a drive. You get a great job here by Gasol walling off. It's not a finisher. Even Fred VanVleet still isn't worried about the ball. He's concentrating on Steph Curry, and now this ball gets thrown right into his lap. So the ball reversal needed to be quicker and trust guys to make plays. Here's another example of bad spacing. So this is one of their favorite things to do. You hit the post and then you run this split action. Now, a lot of times this would be Klay Thompson making the entry pass, and you got some tough decisions. This is Andrew Bogut, so there's no decision here for Marc Gasol. He's going to jump into this passing lane. Kawhi's going to chase, and once again, Steph Curry is occupying all kinds of guys on this side of the floor. Now, they actually get it to Bogut here. Pretty good position, but look at this. When have you ever seen the Golden State Warriors with 5 guys below the foul line and nobody's behind the three-point line? Look at how congested that is, and it's all because there's one guy that they're focused on. As this possession continues, it's actually a pretty good job here. Nice help, rotate, recover. Again, you get the kick out. You see everybody's hesitant to shoot. You finally do. It's an air ball, shot clock violation. Poor spacing when you don't have to worry about guys like Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant. So some of it, Golden State created by making poor decisions. Some of it was personnel related, like that last example. And any way you slice it, Toronto didn't feel like Steph Curry was going to do enough, despite how great he was, to beat them offensively. And now they've got a lot of confidence. They've stolen home court back. They feel in control.
Yeah, and now Game 4 becomes a virtual must-win for the Warriors. Can't go down 3-1 and go to Toronto with that. We'll see if Klay plays. Raptors basically wire-to-wire last night in Oakland. Legs giving us the breakdown there. So both ESPN's Basketball Power Index and 538 give the Raptors a 68% chance to capture the NBA championship. Vegas, on the other hand, still undecided after the first 3. Caesars Sportsbook has the series as a pick'em at this point.
All right, D. Lloyd. Patriots minicamp rolling on from Foxborough today. Usual suspects, that's Julian Edelman in a Bruins jersey.